You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier, right here on LA Talk Radio.
We have some important people in with us today. Mr. James Stevenson with his lovely wife, Elizabeth Westwood.
Hey, Ethan, how you doing, mate?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good to be here.
It's fantastic to have you here.
I think last time we spoke, I was standing outside a pub on the River Thames.
Yes, you actually have the distinguished reputation of being our very first guest. And
wow,
you know,
I'm honoured.
You should be.
Thanks, man.
Well, we should be, definitely.
Hey, come on.
But you really made it a nice show, actually. And I think that was the lowest amount of hate mail we've gotten that day. I mean, there was actually a good fan response to it. Sometimes we get plagued. We get bombarded with death threats, but not that day. So, James, you have had quite the legendary history, and I'm afraid if I quote it, I might get some of it wrong, or I quote it in a rather... You want to...
It's all, well, I'm writing a book called 25 Years in the Rock and Roll Wilderness, which it's all going to be in there, except I'm sort of 10 years into writing it, so it's going to have to be 35 years, I think. Yeah, but I've been doing, strumming my guitar for about 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah, I mean, since I first started. First band I joined was one of the original UK punk bands called Chelsea. That was in 1977.
And
so I can't lie about my age because everyone can figure it out.
No, but you're a young guy, and you act like you're 12 sometimes when I talk to you,
true.
So it's even better. But
Liz will vouch for that.
He does.
So Chelsea, they were just on tour. You were just on tour with them, right?
Yeah. I play all the bands that I've ever been in have all sort of reformed, and we're all just out there still doing it. Just, having fun, and, our favourite thing to do is get up and play. So with all the bands I've ever been in, we've all reformed. And
that's great during a recession when all the bands get
obviously you have to go out and play for free, but it's still fun.
Yeah, because I was actually, Chelsea's credited with probably one of the best album titles ever, which would be, what is it? Cheaper, faster, better looking.
Faster, cheaper, and better looking. That was actually our last album. It came out here on TKO in... last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, we thought of that title because when our first album came out in England in 1979, there was a music paper called Sounds, and the review of the album just said Chelsea, a cheaper, faster and better looking. That was it.
That's one of the best headlines. I hope you saved that. I hope you cut that out and saved that.
We'll call our new album that.
Right.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier, right here on LA Talk Radio.